Hello guys, this is also Gamer Line here. This video is I'm going to be talking about underground houses. This is mainly towards survival players and not people who just play creative all the time with their friends. I've been playing Minecraft ever since it came out on the Xbox. Like the first day of it releasing, I played it. I've only played PC Minecraft about 5 or 6 times, and like I said, I usually just play console and Pocket Edition. So I'm just gonna tell you the reasons why underground houses are so much better. I don't know if I consider myself a veteran in Minecraft because I don't know every single thing about Minecraft, even though I've been playing for this long because I'm not that deep into it. But I know a lot of experience from survival. All right. I used to play those little survival games, but I like back then I always never played it because they were so fucking easy. Like mainly what I like to do is like when you face off against other people, like 2v2s or 3v3s or 1v1s mainly. So I'm gonna be explaining to you what's like literally even in normal survival when you're not even playing games, what is the best house to build, which is the underground house to me. So let me give you some advantages the underground house compared to like the above ground house. Number one, it's not as easy for enemies to come in or blow your shit up. Alright? Creeper has blown up my fucking house before so many times, and it's so hard to repair for certain houses, and it's just so annoying. Like when creepers come and blow your shit up, and it's just like fuck. And it's like you got to do all this fucking repairing. Like if a creeper came through my front door and fucking blown up, it'll blow up the whole front and it'll blow up the ground below it and even probably other parts of the house. And it just gets so annoying and it takes a while to actually repair. I've had creepers come in my underground houses and creepers blow themselves up and it's so much easier to repair. So it's so much easier to repair an underground house. Usually when I make an underground house, I always dig 15 blocks under, about 15 blocks under, and I make 3 levels. All right, 3 different levels. The first level is like this big ass room. The second level consists of 3 rooms or more, or like kind of like a storage room in a way, or like just if any guests want to come in or anybody want to live there, or I have like I said, any guests or extra people that are on the map, or any extra storage space. And usually the third level is either a cave or just like a pathway. So the reason why I put like the third level as a cave or a pathway is because it is very, very, very fucking useful in survival. And let me tell you why. So a cave in like normal survival mode is beneficial, but then it's not. Like the reason why cave like as a third level would be good because you have another place to run as well as you have somewhere to get resources. So like you don't have to go searching across the whole fucking map to get certain resources when you have a whole ass cave under your house, literally. Like so you don't have to do all this exploration bullshit. But what I really like about caves is like in survival games, like when you're doing like 2v2s and shit, I'm gonna explain why. So this one time when I did a 2v2, all right, this is back when they first put in like the visible map thing to where like you can make yourself visible on the map or like all the players and shit. So basically, it was a 2v2. It was me and my other friend, and I was with one of his friends. I had paired up with one of his friends, all right? So it was me and my partner, and my friend and his partner, all right? And he turned off the visible maps. I told the guy, I'm like, listen, we got in the private chat, and I'm like, listen, the first thing we need to do is get some resources from above, and then we need to make an underground house. All right. And he was like, I literally told him, I'm like, listen, do everything I say, and we will whoop these motherfuckers' ass. Just do everything I say. I'm like, they're good, but they don't know shit about what I know. All right. They don't know what I know. So this is what I did. We got some wood, we got some stone, we made a furnace, we got a crafting table, and we got some stone swords and some other resources, and we made an underground house. So basically, instead of me making like 3 levels, I made like a whole ass ladder, and like it just went down to like this cave, and basically it went down to the cave, and I made like a bridge and a tunnel, and then it was like different parts of the cave. So I'm like, listen, we need to memorize this fucking cave, and then we can use this to our advantage. All right. So basically, he had visible map off, so we couldn't see anyone on the map. All right. So while this we went above, like, surface, and we seen them a few times, and we actually came into counter with them at one point. But we learned that, like, because they said we're not gonna battle, we're just gonna wait. So basically, you gathered up your resources, and then there was a time where you would just engage inside of a fight, basically. So we it got to that point where he was like, you know what? We're just gonna whoop your guys' ass. We're just gonna fight you, and it's just gonna be like that. So I'm like, holy fuck. So he turns the visible map on, which he's not supposed to do. He didn't even tell us. He turned the shit on, and they were coming towards us, right? So my fucking partner was freaking out, like, we're gonna fucking die. We're gonna die. And I'm like, listen, we're not gonna die. We know this whole last cave by heart. They don't. Like, we mastered that cave in like a half an hour to an hour. But it basically, I was like, we know this cave. They don't. That's the disadvantage that they have. We got all of this open ass space. They don't got shit. So they come towards us, right? Like, the guy who I was facing against, actually, like, my friend, he had a fucking diamond sword. Like, only thing we had was a fucking golden sword and shit. Like, this motherfucker had it was either golden sword or it was like an iron sword. I think I had an iron sword or a gold sword. And this motherfucker had a diamond sword. And they had like armor and shit fucking us up. So they first came down, and I was like, prepare yourself. So we started clashing. Like, as soon as they got down, we all started fucking fighting. So my friend's teammate actually got killed in the process, and so did mine. So I'm like, I can't fucking die. If I die, then we fucking lose. So I had an idea. Since I know the cave weller than they do, and my friend, he didn't have any armor. He just had the diamond sword and shit. So I knew his health was a little bit low. But if I were to take, like, literally, when he died, my health was at half a heart. If I was to take one more hit, I would have fucking died. So basically, I'm like, listen, I only got one choice. I only got a few hearts left, and he's finna fucking kill me. Since I know this cave, there's like a little part of it where there's nothing but fucking cave spiders. I'm like, I'm going there. So I went through like the little part with the cave spiders, and I dodged all the motherfuckers. But since he didn't know that that part was filled with cave spiders, he got fucked up and he ended up dying. Now, I know I didn't beat him on pure survival skills, but like hand to hand combat type of shit. But I outsmarted him because he didn't know that there were cave spiders right there. I knew, so I was able to dodge them and move out the way, and I only managed to get hit once. And basically, he ended up getting fucked up. I regenerated my hearts. I went and got his diamond sword. My friend regenerated. Like, he respawned, and he came down, and he was like, yeah, 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 yeah. And like, I was really proud of myself that time, because I didn't just beat him because, I had like the best type of weapons. I beat him because I outsmarted him. All right, using an underground house technically. I mean, it wasn't like the normal houses, like the underground houses that I would build, even though it was just like a cave. A cave can be an underground house too. But that was the best. Like, literally, if that was an above house, he would have fucking killed me. They would have straight fucking destroyed us, alright? So underground houses can be used for multiple things. More storage, more safety, and especially in something like that situation, like a 2v2, just better conditions and better, like, you know, what should I say? Like, you stand more of a chance in those kind of situations. But it was just the fact of how the odds were so much against us. Like they literally have so much better shit than us. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, we were basically on a scale of 1 to 10. They were like a 9, and we were like a 4, like, or even a 5 at the most. Like, they were literally like a 9 or a 10 type of shit, and we were just, compared to them, we were only half of what they were. And like, we didn't have enough time to gather up the rest of the resources. Like, I was literally like, oh yeah, we can win this shit, and plus we got a little bit more time on our hands before the shit start, so we should be good. And then they just unexpectedly was like, we finna fuck your shit up. And I'm just like, oh god, we're not even ready, we're not even prepared for this situation. But since I made an underground house, and I was ready for everything that came. Well, I wasn't ready, but you understand what I'm saying. Just in case if things were to go down, I was ready to battle. I was ready to clash. You know, although having an underground house like that is pretty dangerous, because there was cave spiders, there were zombies and other shit everywhere. But I was able to deal with it because I knew that I had like a certain part of it to where, like, no enemy could get through and fuck us up. Basically, like it was that little bridge part, and it was another part, and like basically, like I said, I had memorized the whole thing. So I had certain parts where like no enemy should be able to spawn or touch us there. But that's just a story from my like old days when I used to do survival and why underground houses are so good. And even to this day, I still make underground houses because they're the best houses. They're so easy to make. They provide more storage. They're more easier to rebuild if they ever get blown up. And usually you find like a cave or some type of thing that helps you get more resources. That's why I just say, or at least I put it like this: if you make an above ground house, like make the house and then make like underground floors. All right, so you can make an above house, but also have like an underground house. So you could build like a house around it, but have underground houses. That's what I usually do. If I build a house, I always make like underground floors. So I as soon as I get inside the house, I just go all the way down there. So it's not like I'm in any kind of danger. So even if they do manage to come inside of your above ground house, you still have like you're still underground and you can still, like survive. But that's just me. That's just a story. That's just advice for all of you beginners and survival players. I might actually make a video using Pocket Edition on like how to build underground houses, but it should be pretty simple. Like I said, usually I dig about 15 blocks under. All right, usually 15 around there, and that's probably just for the first floor. Just from the simple fact I want to make it deeper and I don't want to make it too close to like the above ground. So I make it about 15 blocks deeper, and the first floor consists of just this big ass room, or maybe one or two rooms, but usually just for storage. The second one consists of like at least more than 3 rooms or so, just for like guests or storage or whatever the case may be, or like labeling different things like weapons and resources, just stuff like that, labeling. And the third, like I said, is usually like a cave for resources or just some type of underground room just in case something happens and you have to go all the way down there, or you just need more space to do whatever the fuck you want with. But I don't know what you would do with the third room. It really depends on who you are. But usually what I do with the third room, I always dig down to a cave usually, because it just helps me more. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This Spinosa Gamer Jinline here. Build underground houses. If you need help, I'll just make a video on it, and it should be very simple. But this Spinosa Gamer Jinline